All right, Gallup poll, 906 adults. Uh, do we need a third political party? 62% say yes, and the rest say 33% say no. All right, that's 95 and 5% don't know because they probably don't know that what a political party is. Same question was asked September 13th, 2020, just last fall. Third party needed 57%, so it's up 5 that a third party is needed. Another poll, Quinnippiac, which has never gotten anything right. Sorry to say that. It's a good college, but they can't poll. The question is, would you like to see Donald Trump play a prominent role in the Republican Party? Republicans polled 75% yes, 21% no. Democrats polled 96% no, 3% yes. Okay. So Donald Trump remains a force in the Republican Party, with 75% still supporting him. Let's bring in a very interesting woman, Amanda Makki, coming to us from Tampa, Florida. She is a Republican strategist and attorney. As an infant, Ms. Makki and her family escaped Iran after the mullahs took over from the Shah, came over here in 1979 with no resources, and she has built herself up to a very successful position in life. She is a graduate at the University of Maryland and has a law degree from Catholic University in D.C. Okay, so Donald Trump himself, do you expect him to try to run in 2003? Because that's when he would have to start. Do you expect that, Amanda?
I don't think so. I think he would rather be a kingmaker, quite frankly. I think he wants to play in primaries. I think he wants to take on a little bit of revenge on the people who he does not believe were loyal to him, not loyal Trumpers. And I think he's going to be more involved in the party machinations than he is running another campaign at his tender age in 3 years from now, 2 years from now.
All right, so what would we be, 78, 79 in that campaign? I said the only way I think he has a chance, I mean, he may run, I mean, nobody knows what he's going to do, but has a chance is if the economy falters. So say the Biden economy does collapse or is hurting most Americans, then I could see Donald Trump taking a run at the presidency.
He could. I mean, there's a wide field right now. Obviously people are talking about Vice President Pence, Ted Cruz, Ron DeSantis being here in Florida. There are quite a few other names too. But look, President Trump has a stranglehold on this party. I still believe he is the de facto leader of the Republican Party. Yes, Quinnipiac may not be good in polling, but consistently you've seen polls that show anywhere from 60 to 80% that Republicans want President Trump to still have a role in the GOP. And
I
I
don't think
think
there's any
that's
question that he maintains the loyalty of most Republicans. I think that's absolutely true. In the looking at the field, I think that Nikki Haley, former governor of South Carolina, and Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota, both will run. And the Republican Party might be wise to change it up and put a woman on the ticket. What do you say about that?
Well, I would love to see a woman on the ticket. Look what we did down ballot with women candidates in the Republican Party this year. Or in 2020, we actually crushed the Democrats on the stranglehold that they have on identity politics. They only got 9 non-incumbent women elected. We got 18. We doubled it. No one talks about that in the media. It is such a huge success for, our party and for, women like Elise Stefanik, who really took a chance on getting more women elected in the Republican Party. So I would love to see one of those two women run. But look, I would say, with Nikki Haley, she's definitely moved around on the Trump issue, which I think could be problematic. She was with Trump, she was, UN ambassador, but then, she changed.
Okay, it absolutely could be. Kristi Noem would be better positioned on the Trump issue. Donald Trump himself, I have been fair in my coverage of him, but because I was fair, that teed off some people who are very devoted to the former president. I think he made mistakes in his presentation after the election, and that led up to the January 6th debacle. Do you disagree with that?
I believe that talking about election fraud and continuing to talk about election fraud, look, we saw what happened in Georgia. 500,000 Republicans stayed home because for various reasons, but many who did not believe their vote would count. And that cost us the United States Senate. Look, let's win outside the margin of fraud because fraud's going to happen. And the Democrats are better at it than Republicans are. So let's keep that in mind, but let's not continue to talk about it because if we do, people will stay home. Republicans staying home is the worst thing we can do to ourselves. It's like shooting ourselves in the foot.
Now, I don't think this issue is going away. I just don't, man, Amanda. I think people are so
Well,
angry.
that's where Republicans, if they can get to the populist base and say, look, get us elected and we're going to work on election fraud issues. We're going to make sure, mail-in balloting stops. We're going to make sure that
it doesn't happen again. That's a very good point. So if they would run on, look, we acknowledge that that election was not held the way it should have been. And if you put us into the House and the Senate, we'll have some reform in the election. That's a very good point. Amanda, really appreciate talking to you. Thank you very much. You're a true American success story. Coming over from Iran, having to flee. Your family had to flee for, I don't know, their lives, but you know what it was over there. It was terrible.
Yeah, their lives.
Come to a brand new country, you succeed on a grand scale. And this is what I'm talking about when I say stand up for America. Thank you, Amanda. We really appreciate it. Well, Joe Biden is going to be president, and we may be in for some economic uncertainty. That's why now more than ever, I recommend you diversify with gold and silver. The only company I recommend is American Hartford Gold. So please call them right now and tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Now, since I've been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold itself up over 40%, silver up over 60%. So don't wait. Call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.